What is up, guys? Dashing here for episode 652 of Community Universe Mode and edition number 17 of Supremacy, the very last episode of Supremacy this season, because of course, over the course of this weekend, the season is going to wrap up before we get ready for 2K20. Sunday going to be Departure 2. Monday going to be Battle Scars 5. But we have still got a whole lot to look forward to right here, right now. And things are getting started as the Internet Championship will be decided. Once again, the CMV Universe had their voices heard. And Perry Heenan, who last week in a tables match defeated the inaugural Internet Champion, Dada, now has to put it on the line against not one but two opponents. Los Felinos Fatales voted in by the fans to get this shot. But what is up, all? Glad to have you. I may have gotten the episode number completely wrong because Twitch has been kind of iffy lately with this whole update that looks absolutely garbage, by the way. I hate it with my very being. But all that we need to know is Supremacy gonna lead us into what goes down on Monday with Battle Scars 5, the season finale, a stacked card from top to bottom. If you are a member of our Discord, make sure you get your predictions in because a cheeky little Xbox Live gift card at stake. But we know that Chris Proudfoot going to be opening and closing the season finale, defending both of his championships, the international title against Bob Luger, and then in the main event, the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship against George King in the very first ever Thy Kingdom Come match. Who is going to head into next season as the King of the Mountain? Let's not forget all that juicy content we have sandwiched in between, but whom will go into next season as the Internet Champion? Can the Pitbull defy the odds here, or will we have our first ever co-champions in CMV history? I actually asked Golden Cat and Gager Cat earlier tonight before the show started, what's going to happen if they win this match? Will one of them be champion, or will they pass the title back and forth? They said no, they're both going to be champion. I don't know if they're going to pull like the lay cool type situation and cut the title in half, or maybe just go get a replica championship. But either way, they have vowed that if they become champions here tonight, they will defend that title together. But Perry Heenan not even looking to give them the chance. Taking out Dada last week in that chaotic tables match. His first championship in nearly 2 years. Excuse me. And this is a straight-up handicap match, meaning Perry Heenan will be on his own. Los Finos Fatales will have the privilege of being able to tag in and out. What a main event we have on tap here tonight, though, guys, as both of Chris Proudfoot's challengers are going to go one-on-one for the first time since Unmatched. George King and Bob Luger step into the ring opposite one another. Chris Proudfoot also is slated to be in action here tonight against Josh Wolf. That should be a thriller. First time ever. And it could be a hell of a season finale for Los Finos Fatales because we know they're a part of that triple threat tag team ladder match at Departure for the NGW tag team titles. They could be dripping in gold by the time this weekend ends. The fans giving Perry Heenan a tall task, but definitely an interesting clash of ideals. Perry Heenan, who fancies himself the Pitbull, and then you got two cats. That age-old battle, cats versus dogs. Here we go, our first matchup on the last episode of Supremacy this season. The Internet Championship is on the line. Will history be made? Will Los Blinos Fatales be the first ever co-holders of a singles championship? Nasty back elbow by the big man, starting things off against Golden Cat. I might be clearing my throat quite a bit because I just had a gnarly bloody nose before I started streaming. Classic dashing into a front headlock. Punch to the back of the head by GC. And early on, looking to use that numbers advantage and make a tag, but Perry Heenan having none of that. If he's a smart man, and he is, don't let his size fool you. He's going to want to isolate Golden Cat, not allow him to tag in DC, so that he can wear him down and eventually put him away to retain the championship. Here we go, though. That objective. Getting away from the pit bull as we get some beautiful teamwork. The Internet Champion doesn't stay down for all that long. A desperate calf kick doesn't go anywhere. Got a lot of great matches coming up here tonight, though. What a reversal by El Gato there. A dragon suplex produces not even a 1 count. Danger Cat getting a bit cheeky with that eye rake, using his boots for some dirty business. Potential show stealer coming up a little later on. Ace Reeves, the former NGW champion, going to be taking on the current Zero-G champ Jason Spade, who we now know will defend his title against Stefan Hastings at Battle Scars 5. Last week on Supremacy, Stefan knocked off Jason Spade in a very close match. A botched moonsault fall-away slam by Golden Cat. Gets pounced on with the Luthez, and now some right hands. We're going to crack that jaw. Smart move right there by Heenan, sending Golden Cat to the opposite side of the ring, but another botched moonsault fall-away slam. At least he's taking Perry Heenan down. That's not saying much, though. Short arm shoulder block, and now I don't think Heenan is very happy with the way this match has gone so far. Hammerlock, didn't see that elbow coming. Staggers him for a moment. Golden Cat gonna try to close the distance, but easily overpowered by this massive dog. Let off of his chain discus clothesline, nearly folding Golden Cat in half, and just nearly able to retain in this handicap match. Big old kick to the back. Golden Cat catching a second win here. Maybe his last chance to keep Danger Cat's championship aspirations alive. They want to be careful too, though. They don't want to be walking into the ladder match at departure in 2 different pieces. Hang on a minute. Oh my God, the neutralizer. When's the last time you saw one of those and so perfectly executed? But Danger Cat breaks it up, using that quickness of his for even a 1 count was pulled off. Up against the ropes, back body drop. Perry Heenan, a quick thinker. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Don't. What the? Oh my God. A superplex from the apron. Incredible. And with whatever Golden Cat has left in the tank, makes that hot tag. Danger Cat coming in. And the fire lit up under his rear end. Counter out of perhaps another neutralizer. Roll up. 1, 2. Reverses the momentum of 1 on. Again, the last real wrestler nearly retains his championship clothesline out of the ring, but he's just having so much trouble keeping up with these smaller, more agile challengers. Elbow to the side of the head, but Danger Cat comes back with a crack to the jaw. Hurricanrana Spinning soul kick and a calf kick, and it looks like Perry Heenan may have hit the back of his head off those steel steps as well. Kick to the chest, open palm, turning Perry Heenan around, and a kick right up the derriere there. Probably didn't feel it too well for the internet champion. Count of 6 right now, and Perry Heenan can retain his title via a count out here, guys. I think most people in his position would probably try to go that route. But Perry Heenan, despite his less than charming personality, not that type of guy. Whoa! Hang on a minute. Danger Cat just gouging the eyes of Heenan. Been very underhanded throughout this match, has El Gato. Was that Perry Heenan that got busted open there? Yes, it was. Heenan has been cracked open, guys. A cut across his forehead, and now across armbar. Imagine if Perry Heenan is forced to tap out. A submission expert throughout his career, though. Perry Heenan finds a way out of that one. And there's that sit-outside slam. Doesn't go for the pin, maybe getting a bit cocky. Raising his arms, but you haven't won it yet. Another calf kick. Perry Heenan just bulldozing over him, though. Clothesline, back body drop. Danger Cat will not stay down. Got that heart. Man, just been squashed off that spine buster, though. And still Heenan isn't finished. Wait, no! A discus clothesline just like Golden Cat got earlier. And no wasted motion, the last real wrestler with yet another neutralizer. And will Danger Cat be neutered to retain the Internet Championship? But referee Tyson taking his sweet time. Golden Cat nearly screwing things up for Los Lunos Fatales. That was going to be a 3 count. I think it would have in the first place if referee Tyson would have actually counted the pin right away, but he took his time, and then even after that, Golden Cat missed his first attempt at breaking up the pin. And this is where this handicap match starts to get murky for Perry Heenan, because that numbers game continuously screwing him over. He's had this match won multiple times, modified torture rack, but Danger Cat will not tap. Trawling hot tag, this may be the last opportunity for Los Lunos Fatales here. Half kick, topples the pinfall, misses the clothesline. Heenan is bleeding badly now. Clothesline gets countered with a drop toe hold. Draped over that middle rope, thrown down to the mat. Catapults himself up with a knee drop. Heenan tiring out, and you have to imagine the longer this match goes, the more it will benefit more athletically gifted Los Lunos Fatales. Driving a knee right into the side of the head. Hang on, Golden Cat's going up top, guys. Perry Heenan looking up at the lights through that blood all in his eyes. Shooting star press. The cat flies. But can he get to the pin in time? Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Heenan denying them the win, and somehow, some way, fighting through the pain. Perry Heenan will die before he lets the championship go to a couple of goofballs like Los Lunos Fatales. These are exactly the kind of people Perry Heenan is talking about when he says the wrestling business is dying. Snap DDT. I think Golden Cat wants to try and go for another shooting star press, but he's simply got nothing left in the gas tank. Clutching at his ribs. He is completely tired out, guys. Instead, oh, no. I think I know what Golden Cat's going for here. Yes, the golden shower. Into the pin. 1, 2. No, how? Heenan is dripping in blood. Attempted tag. Tries to butt Danger Cat off the apron, tags himself in. Danger Cat tries to go low, maybe a roll-up. Heenan's taking on everybody. He's not done with GC. Just completely ignoring the legal man now. And Danger Cat, but look at that teamwork! Look at that teamwork! Oh my God, right into the Hurricane Rana and Perry Heenan. Oh, no. The dab. Insult to injury. Irish whip into the corner. Danger Cat. Is he gonna pounce? I think so. Bam! Ramming the 300-plus pounder off course. 1, 2. Moments like these, I start to question how a man like Perry Heenan, well, that's just it. He's not a man. How does he continue? Golden Cat, concerned for his friend and tag team partner, getting into the ring, distracting Perry Heenan. Heenan's got to stop falling for this. And I think realizing how much trouble he's in, out of desperation, attempting to finish Danger Cat off with another neutralizer, with a roll through. Danger Cat's got him. 1, 2, go! So close. And another one. Danger Cat ain't quitting. 1, 2. Attempting to wear Perry Heenan down, keep forcing him to kick out. Danger Cat hurling himself like a cannonball at Perry Heenan in the corner, but it does no good. Launched halfway across the ring. Heenan looking like an absolute beast. Neutralizer again. Shoots the half, hooks the leg. 1, 2. That would have been a 3, but man, this numbers game, Perry Heenan just can't catch a break. Caving Golden Cat's face, and he's just going back and forth now. 1 punch for Golden Cat, 1 punch for Danger Cat. It's like a game of Pong. Into the corner. Danger Cat. Momentum gets reversed. Elbow. Flipping the big man. Tornado cutter out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3. I can't with this match at this point. I can't. Overhand punch, but nobody's home. And perhaps this will be the last nail in the coffin. Los Rinos Fatales. The rolling arbitrary senton 450, and last but not least, a picture-perfect moonsault. There's no way in hell. 1, 2. How is there no trace? Los Lunas Fatales have thrown everything, including the kitchen sink, and then some, at Perry Heenan. And even though I don't personally agree with Perry Heenan and what he walks around saying about the business, how he's the last real wrestler, I have to agree that he has already made that championship the workhorse title. If he's going down, it is not going to be without a fight. My God. 1, 2. Going to put his fist right through Golden Cat's face to win this match. Danger Cat looking out at the sea of fans, trying to thrive off of their energy. A pounce by Golden Cat this time. Perry Heenan right back up. Irish whip. Squashed in the corner. And Heenan Who knows how he's even conscious with the amount of blood he's lost. A neutralizer. I think the 5th one in this match. 1, 2, 3! Danger Cat missed the pin break, and Perry Heenan is still the internet champion. A miscommunication on the part of Danger Cat there in the end allows Perry Heenan to put Danger Cat and Golden Cat, the Los Feliz Fatales, away. Man, oh man. Against the odds, Perry Heenan gonna walk into next season still the internet champion. The Leviathan, the Pitbull, the workhorse, Perry Heenan. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. On a level of his own. Coming up next, guys, it's the last episode of Supremacy this season. You know, we've got to be bringing the power, and that is certainly what we're going to see up next as the rivalry between the Hit Squad and Thunder from Down Under culminates in a ladder match. It was actually Thunder from Down Under who issued the challenge the last few times these teams have faced off, whether in tag team competition or more recently a singles match. The Hit Squad has come up with the dub. Will the same be said again? Or can Jacqueline Hendricks and Ashley Amal finally get one over Danny Mac and Marcus Wade and end the season on a high note? We know that the CMV Unified World Tag Team titles are going to be in serious jeopardy for the champions, Armbar Society, as they defend against not one, not two, but 3 teams in a fatal 4-way elimination tag team match this Monday. Battle Scars 5, the season finale. The Kings, God's Chosen, and X-Gen. We get a bit of a preview of that later on when X-Gen will take on the Armbar Society in a matchup I honestly cannot wait for. One of, if not the greatest tag teams of all time in X-Gen, taking on a tag team that has terrorized the division this season and is quickly putting their name down next to the likes of X-Gen for one of the best tandems of all time. The Hit Squad, as mentioned before, the past month and a half or so, again and again, has gotten the better of Thunder from Down Under. In their first outing, actually injuring Jacqueline Hendricks, wasn't able to compete for a few weeks. And more recently, Danny Mac knocked off Ashley Amell in singles competition. After a very heated confrontation at ringside between Wade and Hendricks. Thunder from Down Under said, "We know we're better than you. We're going to prove it." Challenging Hit Squad to this ladder match, and Hit Squad gladly accepted, looking to make it 3 for 3 and end the season. Heading into the next year as perhaps a top tag team. Put themselves on the map. And of course, in a ladder match, there are no pinfalls, no submissions, no countouts, no disqualifications. It's much like what we'll see this Sunday at Departure, except there'll be 3 teams instead of 2, and of course the NGW Tag Team titles will be on the line there. Nothing on the line here besides a whole lot of pride between these teams. And for Thunder from Down Under, who came into CMV so hot, they were unbeaten for a couple of months, but as of late, it's been going downhill. First, they ran head first into the Street Gods with a pair of losses, and now the Hit Squad has been keeping them down. This is a must-win for the Aussies. Here we go, ladder match, all 4 men active at the same time. The first team to climb the ladder and unhook that briefcase that hangs above the ring that I assume just has a contract saying which team is definitively and by law the better. Ashley and Mel taking the Danny Mac, not surprising considering the clinic they had against each other a few weeks back. Meanwhile, Hendricks dispatches of Wade and then talks that trash. Dragon screw. Mel tries to go for a kick to the chest. Following it up, Dragon screw, showing him how it's done. Just Dragon screw city in the ring. Anything you can do, I can do better. Quinn able to stop Marcus from taking him over into the corner. Probably some dastardly intention in mind, and now it is he who has something planned. That ain't pretty face first off of that barricade. That'll rearrange your teeth for sure. And Danny Mac here in the ring, utilizing a strategy that many at first glance would probably say doesn't fit a ladder match type scenario, but you know, it's obviously the quickness, the agility, the more speedy superstars can get up the ladder in the blink of an eye and unhook that briefcase. But Danny Mac is using that type of strategy. He wants to wear down Ashley and now take out his legs so that Ashley now can't climb the ladder, unable to secure the objective. Hendricks just hit a beautiful final cut and now sending Wade gut first into that announce table. Nobody has even gone for a ladder yet. That just shows you the intensity between these two teams, how they want to prove that they are the better. More concerned with beating the hell out of each other first than actually trying to win the match. Pierce's elbow. Is it Percy's elbow? Or is it Pierce's elbow? I think it's Pierce's. I don't know why. Might be Perry. I'm not too sure. I'm just going to call it an elbow from now on. Oh, Danny Mac on the apron. Calling for Ashley Amell to rise to his feet. Can he make that gap? Ooh, nope. Nearly did. Impressive, but not quite impressive enough. Able to recover with a swinging fisherman's neck breaker. Where is Hendricks going now? Danny Mac's going to try for that clothesline again off the apron. Hendricks finally setting his sights on actually winning this match. Sliding in a ladder. Danny Mac turning around just in time. Oh my God! No! Oh, that backfired so horribly for Hendricks. He got all of that ladder. How is he getting back up to his feet already? Danny Mac has climbed the ladder. He's got his hands on the briefcase. Marcus Wade is intercepting. Danny Mac feels uneasy. Someone's got to stop him. Ashley Amell going to be the one to do it. Taking his sweet old time. Getting up that ladder. And now Hendricks coming up from behind the double team. Will it pay off? Danny Mac sandwiched in between Thunder from Down Under here. And there he goes, taking quite a spill, but now it's Marcus Wade coming to get him some. Oh, and Amel knocked off the top of the ladder, falls right on top of the other ladder. Mamma mia, Thunder from down under. Oh, and Hendricks lucky there. Nearly taking that Hurricane Rana 100% on the ladder. Perfect setup by Wade. But Ashley Amel going to stop him. Michinoku driving the back of his head as well as the middle of his back. The sound of flesh smacking off the steel in this match. Sickening. Uh-oh, but Ashley Amel completely preoccupied with Wade, does not see Danny Mac get up the ladder. Might be too late now. He's tired. But as fast as he can, getting to the top of the ladder, staring his rival down eye to eye. Hendricks finding his footing. A duel of the fates atop the ladder. Marcus Wade taking down Ashley Amel. And that allows Danny Mac to hang onto the briefcase with the ladder and drop from under him. Powerbomb on the ladder. Oh my God, the brutality of this match. Every single man has taken some sort of disgusting slam onto one of the ladders. Thunder from down under is down right now. Hendricks is on the receiving end of some great teamwork. Oh my God! I don't even know what to call that. A leg drop into a half Nelson facebuster. Ashley Amel saying, "Don't forget about me, though." Back body dropping him to hang onto the ropes on the apron now. Danny Mac fighting. Jawbreaker for his troubles. Hendricks gonna send him down to the outside. Have a nice trip. See you next fall, he says. As Marcus Wade just wants to fight. Ashley Amel takes him out from behind with the ladder, and now as Hendricks stays on Danny Mac, Ashley Amel gonna scale the steel, hands on the briefcase. Hendricks coming in just to make sure nobody tries anything, but I'm pretty sure Ashley Amel's got it, guys. The Aussies, he's struggling, but Hendricks doing a fantastic job of playing defense, and Thunder from down under prove they are the better team as Hendricks with a cheeky exploder suplex from the apron into the ring. What a ladder match. That was brutal. Every single superstar in that match took some sort of spill onto a ladder. Probably never be the same again. Look at that. Like a leg drop on top of Hendricks' head and then into a sit-out half Nelson facebuster. Man, oh man. But Thunder from down under, by law, the better tag team, and ending the season fantastically here on Supremacy. Well, coming up next, guys, we are slated to see the current CMV International Champion and CMV Undisputed World Heavyweight Champion Chris Proudfoot in action, going one-on-one with Josh Wolf for the first time ever ahead of this Monday at Battle Scars 5, where he tries to close out the season, defending both of his titles against Bob Luger and George King, respectively, but he can't afford to look past Josh Wolf here tonight. And, of course, in our main event, a little bit later on, George King and Bob Luger going to be facing each other, a rematch over a year in the making. The last time they stood face to face in the middle of a CMV ring was when Unmatched was still around. But both of them had their eyes on Chris Proudfoot this Monday at Battle Scars 5. God's chosen, though, looking to end the season with a whole lot of gold around their waist, because Joey Diaz and Braxton Sutter, we know, going to be a part of that CMV Unified. Hey, what the hell is Angelo Babos doing out here? Angelo Babos of God's Chosen, and I think I'm realizing what's going on here, guys. Chris Proudfoot not wanting to risk a loss heading into Battle Scars 5, or perhaps even worse than that, any sort of injury against someone as ruthless as Josh Wolf, sending out one of his soldiers in the form of the recently saved Angelo Babos. The sin of Babos washed clean after Chris Proudfoot defeated him last month with the International Championship on the line. Babos has fallen into the order and now taking Proudfoot's place here against Josh Wolf. See, this was a big opportunity for Josh Wolf to knock off the champion. And on any given night, Josh Wolf is already not a man to be trifled with, but Angelo Babos got some cojones on him. Just look back to what Josh Wolf did to his former friend at Ascendance, putting Reese Ortiz down. We haven't seen him since. Josh Wolf, who slid to go one-on-one with Dante Tatum at Battle Scars 5, as per the order of General Manager Jay Dynamite, after Josh Wolf laid his hands on our GM the week before Ascendance. Jay Dynamite said, "I could have fired you, but I'd rather put you in your place," and using Dante Tatum to do so. Tatum said to Jay Dynamite he wants more opportunities. He wants to face the best of the best. Josh Wolf said on Twitter earlier today, Dante Tatum likes to call himself the future, but after I'm done with him, he's going to be a future corpse. And I think the same might be said about Angelo Babos right here. Chris Proudfoot weaseling his way out of this match, and in his place sending a soldier in the form of Angelo Babos. As long as Josh Wolf can sink his fangs into someone, I don't think he's too stressed. Into a front headlock, Babos gets things started. I wonder where Proudfoot is, though, because I know he's here tonight. I saw him backstage earlier, surrounded by his flock. That's got me wondering exactly where he's hiding at the moment. Josh Wolf, pendulum backbreaker, Babos up to flip out of it. Nice back elbow there. Stomp to the knee. Josh Wolf to his feet. Babos waiting for him. Gonna try to screw him over early on. One, but Wolf very easily able to escape that one. Babos tries again. Hey, A for effort. But Josh Wolf once more with ease, ensuring that he is not taken down like that. DDT off of the kneeling position. Hey, wait a minute! It's Tatum! It's Dante Tatum! The man who Josh Wolf faces at Battle Scars 5 this Monday. And Babos from behind. Third time's the charm, they say. Another roll-up, will Wolf be screwed? One, two. He nearly guess Dante Tatum wants to give himself a first-hand look at what he's to expect in just a few days' time at the season finale. Josh Wolf, arms out wide. I don't think he minds the audience. He wants to show Dante Tatum what's going to happen to him. Use Bobbles as a message, but Bobbles ain't no pushover. Impaler DDT and back into the ring. Tatum has parked himself a seat right at ringside as Bobbles mocks the god of the wolves from inside the ring. Gets hung up on the top rope. Punch to the back of the head. And another DDT off of that healing position. Wolf into the pin and saying to Tatum, this is going to be you at Battle Scars 5, boy. Oh, but Angelo Bobos with a sign of life, and Josh Wolf's not happy about that, grabbing him by the hair, kick to the midsection. Goes low, does Bobos. Josh Wolf's got his arm. So easily snap it in half if he wanted to, and I think Wolf wants to. Right in front of Dante Tatum, Josh Wolf impaling Bobbles on the apron, busted open, and Tatum can do nothing but watch, keeping his distance after that win over Hayden, I should say. An Ascendant 7, Dante Tatum wanted to continue facing the best of the best, but maybe he should have second-guessed himself when it comes to Josh Wolf. And there we go. I think he's actually going to try to break the arm this time. Just about snapped in two. Jawbreaker has Josh Wolf seeing stars. Angelo Bobos takes the arm, forearm smash. Dante Tatum cringing at the sight. Float over DDT by the former Alpha World Champion. Stomp to the base of the skull. Bobos gushing that crimson red as Wolf just stalks him like a beast in the night. The knee into a discus clothesline. 1, 2, but Bobos just continues to kick out, much to the chagrin of Josh Wolf. But enough is enough, says the vessel of Fenrir. On the hunt. And will that be the fate of Dante Tatum at Battle Scars 5? 1, 2, 3. I hope Dante Tatum took some mental notes, because he's going to have to bring everything with him if he hopes to topple Wolf at Battle Scars 5. Who knows what would have happened if it was Chris Proudfoot in the place of his soldier Angelo Bobos here tonight, but I think it was a smart move by Proudfoot, honestly, in the end. I'm not saying I agree with it, but I think it was a smart move on his behalf to not step into the ring with someone like Wolf in his current state, with so much on the line at Battle Scars 5. Josh Wolf looks to claim his next victim at Battle Scars 5. Will it be Dante Tatum? Will those words come to fruition? Will Dante Tatum become a future corpse? Well, Well, up next, guys, here on Supremacy episode 17, the very last episode of Supremacy this season before everything comes to a head over this weekend. We got Departure 2 on Sunday and the season finale of Self Battle Scars 5 on Monday. Very much looking forward to the next chapter here in CMV. A lot of surprises in store. But the same can be said about tonight, as up next we have a potential show stealer, just like last week between Stephon Hastings and Jason Spade, the Zero-G champion, going to take on from NGW, the gravity manipulator himself, Ace Reeves, who got a big win earlier this week over Subject Zero on NGW TV, starting to finally feel right after months of going downhill. Can he continue to dig himself out of that slump he's been in as of late with a win over the current Zero-G champion, who of course is slated to defend his title against Stephon Hastings in a rematch at Battle Scars 5. Stephon victorious in their outing last week. Many calling it one of the better matches we've seen this season, and it most certainly was very, very, very close. Just about everybody, including Jason Spade himself, as he said on Twitter, looking forward to the rematch. Will Stephon Hastings be able to do it again, or will Spade even things up and walk into next season as champion? Well, Spade's got to be focused on the task at hand here tonight, and that's Ace Reeves. The former NGW champion going to be watching this Sunday from ringside as his mentor, Jaquan Shea, tries his hand at doing battle with the brick wall Subject Zero. But Reeves, when he came into CMV, slated by many to be a future star, became Mr. Magnificent Six, cashed in, became champion, but just as his meteoric rise reached its apex, boy did he fall hard. As I mentioned before, though, this week started off great for Reeves. Can he keep himself on track against Jason Spade here tonight, though? Jason Spade, who thrives off of competition just like this, making his first defense of that Zero-G championship against the man who's trailing behind him. It seems as though Stephon Hastings, much like Dante Tatum in the previous match with Josh Wolf, wants a front row seat. Even though these two learned a whole lot about each other last week in their match, it is never a bad idea to study your opponent, do your homework. Stephon Hastings and Jason Spade showed respect to each other after that match last week with a handshake, and Spade even further doing so on Twitter afterwards. Let's just hope that Stephon doesn't try to pull any sort of antics we would have expected from his father. So here we go, Ace Reeves, Jason Spade one-on-one, Stephon spectating from ringside. Still got a lot to get into even after this, including Xander Slate one-on-one with Bloody Justice, and in our main event, the two men who seek to take down Chris Proudfoot this Monday at Battle Scars 5. The season finale do battle George King and Bob Luger. The first time in over a year. Last time they went at it was when Unmatched was still around. Nice trip up there by Ace Reeves, the Zero-G champion, looking up at him like, all right, I see you. Zero-G division is all about the best of the best at what they do. An actual moonsault fall-away slam connecting properly. Was history just made there? I think that's the first time ever that that move has actually been performed to perfection. And now a chiropractor by Ace Reeves. Hang on a minute, Jason Spade could be in a bad way. Hammerlock, Ace Reeves taking back that wrist of Spade. Ace Reeves thriving in the air. There's a reason he calls himself the gravity manipulator, as perfectly put on display there with that attempted moonsault off the ropes. Also very ruthless when he needs to be. Joint manipulation unparalleled, and Jason Spade as the smaller man too. Gonna have to keep his guard up on all fronts. Handspring, back elbow, shoots the half. Ace Reeves into the pin, could have this one in the bag. Reverse chin lock. Ace Reeves wanting to keep his position of dominance just that way. That knee starting to hop up and down. Jason Spade battling to a vertical base, getting off some elbows. So what the hell? Now that was amazing. I've never seen anything quite like that. Certainly new from Jason Spade, a pop-up Hurricane Rana. Did you see how high he got in the air? Some hops on that kid. Gator roll into the crossface. Jason Spade saying, "You want to fly? I got you." Hip toss, knee right down across the bridge of the nose. And that is just perfect positioning. You couldn't ask for a better opening. Jason Spade to the top rope, slowly but surely, the veteran of the ring. Gonna try to go for that double boot stomp. Now changing his game plan, savate kick. Ace Reeves comes back with a horde jawbreaker. Misses the calf kick. That leaves him open. Front headlock. Jason Spade. Spinning soul kick. All he needs is a millisecond. Oh, roll through? No. Tip up. What an enziguri. Nearly wiping Jason Spade's face right off. Sternum first onto that top rope, and Stephon Hastings knows exactly the kind of position Ace Reeves is in right now. It was narrow last week, guys. Stephon and Jason both had that match won multiple times. It's just Stephon able to go a bit further. Can he do it again at Battle Scars 5 is the question. Jason Spade, look at this Cobra Clutch crossface. Reeves with some elbows perfectly placed. And Spade has no choice but to release the hold as he's set into the corner. And that's not a place you want to be, but against someone like Ace Reeves. We know what he's going for here. The former NGW champion with that DDT, baby. Stephon knows what that feels like. 1, 2. 2 count. He and Ace have stepped into the ring before as well. The one and only time they have, it went to a stalemate. But Ace Reeves, corkscrew moonsault. Reeves has got it. The gravity manipulator. 1, 2. No. Reeves can't believe it. Jason Spade looking over at Stephon, who's got a little cheeky grin on his face. Up to the top rope again goes Ace Reeves. Missile drop kick to the back of the head. An interesting strategy indeed. Spade's got to do something to turn this one around. Elbow clips the jaw. Irish whip the pull back into a Hurricane Rana. Spade turning to these fans. They are on their feet for the Zero G champion. Ace Reeves, however, recovering on the apron into the ring with a sunset flip. Gonna try to steal this one from the champ. Not gonna be quite that easy, though. A tweet here from Josh Wolf as this match continues. He says, "Old gods will be devoured by Fenrir. Your god is no exception, Proudfoot." So Josh Wolf essentially saying you can run, but you can't hide, Proudfoot. Slingshot off the ropes, back towards the side of the ring, and Ace Reeves gonna transition into a head scissors with some elbows. There's one elbow. Another springboard moonsault. This time he's able to connect. 1, 2. I thought there was a 3 right there. The level of competition within the Zero-G division. Jason Spade has just gotten slacked with it these last 2 weeks. Maybe he wasn't exactly prepared. But I'll tell you one thing, he's loving it. Jason Spade enjoys being in the thick of it against these high-caliber opponents who are going to push him to the limit. Up on that top rope. The danger zone. Ace Reeves. What is he cooking up, man? Oh, my God. Frankensteiner! Reeves collapsing on impact. Doesn't go for the pin. Instead wants to make sure the job is done. Spade is limp. He's in La La Land right now. And this is just pretty much a cherry on top. Another DDT from the top rope. Thanks for coming, Jason Spade. Popping back up to his feet. What the hell? Ace Reeves takes one little breather. And just like that, Jason Spade says, "Oh, you thought." Kick to the shoulder. Bangarang. Floats over into a pin. 1, 2. Reeves is hanging on by a thread right now. But much like Jason Spade, this is where he is at his absolute best. And another corkscrew moonsault, but Jason Spade had it scouted this time. Able to get his knees up. Ace Reeves gasping for breath. Spade unable to capitalize. Reeves is ready for him. Runs into that knee to the gut. Swinging neck breaker. The way that Ace Reeves connected with the canvas right there. Jawbreaker putting some distance between the two. It gets closed with an enziguri that would knock any normal person's head off. Up into the cheap seats and Reeves to the top rope. Not giving up. Corkscrew moonsault. No! A Phoenix splash this time. Mixing it up. 1, 2. And even still, Jason Spade survives. Just not stopping, feeling froggy tonight. There's the corkscrew moonsault for a second time, and Jason Spade, as fantastic as he is, what? Yeah, Ace Reeves' reaction right there is perfect. How? A Phoenix Splash immediately followed by a second corkscrew moonsault. Jason Spade still kicks out. Stefan's legs have got to be getting tired at this point, man. I knew this was going to be a show stealer. It wasn't even a question. Jason Spade swoops the leg. Ace Reeves looking up at the lights. Oop, but then gets a stomp down onto the face. And Spade in this match has been much more reserved when it comes to his high-flying antics. He's trying to ground Ace Reeves. Maybe feeling as though the kid might have him beat when it comes to the aerial offense. So wanting to try and knock him off some other way. Watch out, Stefan. Keep your distance. Jason Spade. Elbow drop to the small of Ace's back. Shoots the half. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. And again, Spade looking right at Stefan. Hands on his hips. We want to talk about your workhorses. Jason Spade on par with the likes of Perry Heenan, as we saw earlier tonight when he retained the Internet Championship against Los Buenos Fatales. Clothesline by Spade. Gets cracked up with an elbow. And that just charges him up, running at Ace Reeves. And that's probably exactly what the Gravity Manipulator wants. Jason Spade playing his game to a T. in the corner. Oh, what a somersault cutter. Reeves barely able to stand. A knee sent to the chest. Both men down. This is awesome. What a match on the final supremacy of the season. These two are leaving it all in the ring. Ace Reeves trying to prove that he belongs here on the big stage of supremacy. Meanwhile, Jason Spade has an audience in the form of the man he will put his title on the line against at Battle Scars 5. Doesn't want to come out here looking like a joke. Now it's Jason Spade's turn to do something spectacular, but Ace Reeves not going to give him the chance. Whirlybird heads to just sending the champion crashing down to the mat. Ace Reeves hoisting him up. Moonsault, fall away slam, connecting again. 1, 2. Twice in one match, Ace Reeves has successfully pulled off that move when it has never been done precisely before in CMV. That's quite something. Taken down to one knee, but Jason Spade quickly fights back up. 3 well-placed punches to the kidneys. Overhead goes Spade. High kick. Dodged the first one, but not the second one. Maybe just popped up for a second. Like, where am I again? Hooks the leg. 1, 2. What is it going to take for Ace Reeves or vice versa? Much like Stephon Hastings versus Ace Reeves from earlier in the season, we'll have to call this one as a draw. Neither man will stay down. It's incredible. Fighting forever. I wouldn't mind it. Oh, but now it's Ace Reeves in the drop zone. Jason Spade gonna deliver. Wait a minute. Moonsault? I thought he was gonna go for the double moon stomp. Now that he's got Ace Reeves hurting, delivers another knee to the chest, able to get straight back up this time. Hands on his hips, gasping for air. Took too much time though, and Ace Reeves used it against him. To the top he goes, and the blink of an eye, corkscrew moonsault number 3. And it's not even possible. This one's got to be over. 1, 2, 3. Ace Reeves has just defeated the Zero-G champion. Incredible. Incredible. But just like last week, Jason Spade is no sourpuss. He lives for the fight, and a fight he got. Ace Reeves is back to form. What a match. What a win for the kid. But can Jason Spade himself get back on track this Monday at Battle Scars 5? Because if he doesn't, we're going to have a new champion heading into next season, and his name will be Stephon Hastings. Still to come tonight, guys, here on the last episode of Supremacy this season. Xander Slate going to be battling Bloody Justice. Both of them have got big matches to look forward to at Battle Scars 5. And, of course, in our main event, George King and Bob Luger, the two challengers for Chris Proudfoot at Battle Scars 5, going to collide one-on-one. But first, it is a matchup that I am very much looking forward to as the past meets the present. The greatest tag team in CMV history, X-Gen, going to take on the current unified World Tag Team Champions, the Armbar Society, ahead of that Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Elimination match set to take place at Battle Scars 5. Going to feature the Kings, God's Chosen, X-Gen, and Armbar Society for the gold. But this is a chance for Gary Reed and Walter Bollé to really solidify themselves as that tag team that can perhaps one day match the level of X-Gen. Walter Bollé last week already breaking yet another record yet again, making history when he defeated Brett Angel to break his tie with Ryan Kent and go down as the man with the most championship defenses in CMV history of any title, 10 as Anarchy champion, but those tag team titles are what he's got to focus on now. It was quite a future shock at Ascendant 7 when Quantum made his return to CMV to back up his brother Paul Devine and defeat the Kings. Last week on Supremacy, we saw it there here to stay when they knocked off God's Chosen, albeit via countout. It was what happened afterwards that had everyone talking. God's Chosen and the Kings, who came running down to the ring, teaming up for a 4-on-2 beatdown, leaving X-Gen a mess in the middle of the ring. But X-Gen are more than ready to get their payback at Battle Scars 5 when they seek to become 6-time tag team champions. Where's Paul Devine? The Asian sensation taking his sweet old time coming out here. Quantum's looking around, wondering that, what the hell? Well, here comes the Armbar Society, the Unified World Tag Team Champions. But where's Paul Devine, guys? This is supposed to be a tag team match. I'm getting reports from backstage, though, that Paul Devine wasn't in the gorilla position. Trying to get some backstage hands to track him down. But as it stands, Devine nowhere to be found. Quantum is set and ready to go as Armbar Society enter the ring. I don't know what's going on, guys. Paul Devine isn't here, but Quantum's saying bring it on. He still wants to go. What the hell is this? And the Armbar Society are now jumping Quantum. He's saying bring it on. Paul Devine is MIA, but Quantum is ready for a fight. Willing to take on the champions by himself, but this is a 2-on-1 beatdown. We all know Quantum ain't a man to run. That could have ended very badly right there for Bolay, by the way. Gary Reed saved him from the military press, but it didn't end much better the way he fell. Bolay and Reed having no qualms with taking this advantage over Quantum here. Oh, just beating him out of the ring. Longest reigning Anarchy champion of all time. Referee Tyson keeping his distance. I don't blame him for not wanting to get in the way of the Armbar Society. We need to get some security out here or something, because the Armbar Society are not holding back. Referee Tyson rung for the bell, but it's clear that the Armbar Society don't give a damn. They are just unloading on the future man here. But Quantum's still fighting as they begin to go up the ramp. Where is Paul Devine? Gary Reed saying, come on, huh? X-Gen, the greatest tag team of all time? I don't think so, but there's only one half of X-Gen. This isn't a fair fight. Quantum just neck first, down onto the concrete, and his shoulders stomped on. Who knows if XGen will even be able to make it to Battle Scars 5 at this point. It's not looking too good. Gotta respect Quantum's fight. He didn't back down. He didn't run to the back. He put his dukes up. But at the same time, from a thinking perspective, this is not a good idea. He should have. He should have backed down and lived to fight another day. Lived to fight at Battle Scars 5 when the titles are on the line. He is just getting absolutely mauled right now. No remorse by the Armbar Society. Gary Reed sent back into the ring, but just as Quantum starts to get an upper hand on one of them, the other comes along. Walter Bollé taking Quantum by the head, slamming him. Oh, well, I thought he was like, should I do the steel steps or the barricade? I'm not too sure. And that time he wasted thinking of what to do. Quantum able to escape his clutches. This is the former unmatched world champion, not going down without a fight. But there's little that he can do in this situation. Where is security? Where's Paul Devine? Where's someone to help out Quantum, man? I'm about to get up from my desk right now. Not really. Even though I like Quantum, I'm not going to get between him and the Armbar Society. I don't have a death wish. Well, clearly the Armbar Society, whether or not they had something to do with Paul Devine's disappearance, are willing to take Quantum out and eliminate one of their challengers at Battle Scars 5. Their odds still won't be so great defending against the Kings and God's Chosen, but at least they'll have eliminated one of their challenging teams. Off the camel clutch, Bollé just caving Quantum's face in, and Gary Reed with that career-ending rolling armbar as he keeps trying to hit it. Walter Bollé won't let up and give him the chance. Bollé is in the zone right now. He's like, nah, I got this, Reed. Good God. Hangman's neckbreaker into an elbow drop. Quantum escaping to the outside. But they are not letting up. Oh, bit of a miscommunication. Gary Reed accidentally clipping Bollé with that knee. And that may have been the only chance for Quantum to make any sort of comeback or try and escape over the barricade into the crowd. Maybe, I don't know, something, anything. I have never seen Quantum dissected like this before. I don't think I've ever seen anybody dissected like this before, man. German, so come on. Do something, Tyson. Somebody, for the love of God, get in there. Everybody is too scared of Armbar Society to lift a finger. Not to mention they have Baron Blade pulling strings backstage as well. Running roughshod. We are witnessing a live mugging. And now the bitter end. Gary Reed going to the top rope, and we know what he's looking for, but Walter Bollé might get there first. One way or another, Quantum taken down, neckbreaker, and a senton. But they're still not done. You gotta be kidding me, Quantum. Just seeing red. He's got blinders on. Not staying down. Forearm smash to the outside. Excuse me. This is sickening, guys. This is just disgusting. Stalling brainbuster. What? Did Quantum just get right back up? Only to be sent back down with a German suplex. Quantum literally took that brainbuster and laughed. Just popped right up and said, huh? That tickled. Quantum is one of the most hard-headed, tough SOBs in CMV history. But just like any man, not able to survive these odds. The numbers game is too great. He's being reduced to ash before our very eyes. Back body drop to Belay. Reed goes off the top rope, clips him with that missile drop kick. Now Belay's down. Wait a minute, Quantum with the horse punches. Reed is down. Quantum's making a comeback, baby. The future man, never count him out. Swinging knee to the chest. Down goes Quantum. Belay brings him back up, gets a kick to the midsection. Clothesline ducked, headbutt by Belay, and now up against the ropes, just swinging on him. I think the Armbar Society could do this all night long, guys. There's no end in sight. When are they going to be satisfied? When will their appetite be satiated? This is disgusting, man. And finally, they've had enough. Quantum lays in a heap at their feet. The Armbar Society may have just ended X-Gen's chances at those tag team titles for our very eyes. Finally, referee Tyson steps in and tells these two to back off. But the damage is more than done. Immense respect to Quantum for the fight, but in the end, it didn't do him any good. And he would have been better off just staying down. And what of Paul Devine? One way or another, guys, the Armbar Society just proving right there why they are the Unified World Tag Team Champions. Our co-main event up next. We're going to see Xander Slate do battle with Bloody Justice, the final edition of Supremacy this season. It all caps off on Monday with Battle Scars 5, where both of these men have some big matches coming their way. Xander Slate going to stand opposite of Shay Hoxton, while Bloody Justice has challenged Levi Marta to a rematch from Ascendant 7, but this time it will take place inside of a scrap trap, a concoction handcrafted by Bloody Justice in the Bloody Forest. Levi Marta accepted, and God knows what that horror show is going to look like. But just knowing that Bloody Justice created it himself, sending chills up and down my spine. Levi Marta, I'd like to say he's got some balls to accept, but we all know he's just a madman who lives for pain. It was last week here on Supremacy that Xander Slate, after Shay Hoxton knocked off DRH in singles competition, beat down the gambling man, voicing his frustrations on Twitter afterwards at what Shay Hoxton said to him a few weeks back before Ascendant 7. Xander Slate thought they were friends, but Shay Hoxton made it very clear that is not so. Both men coming off of losses at the Show of Shows, hoping to end the season at Battle Scars 5 on a positive note. Shay Hoxton telling Xander Slate he's a snake. And even though Shay Hoxton doesn't have much love for most people, he would never resort to the type of things that Xander Slate has done throughout his career, stabbing person after person, friend after friend, brother after brother in the back again and again and again. And Xander Sled has apparently taken issue with that characterization of himself. Meanwhile, Bloody Justice at Ascendant 7 man just showed a whole new side of himself against Levi Marta. What a performance he put on in Chicago. And really all season long, Bloody Justice come into his own. The fans have rallied behind him. And he has gone into that ring week after week after week and stood across from some of the best. But at the end of the night, Levi Marta came out on top, and Bloody Justice wasn't going to let that stand, challenging him to a rematch at Battle Scars 5 inside of the Scrap Trap. But who's going to come out on top right here, right now, in a first-time showing between Slate and Justice as Slate comes out swinging. Clothesline taken down, BJ Stomp misses though. Justice up to his feet into a front headlock. Gonna keep Xander Slate there, now pushes him back. And we get an exploder suplex, sending him into the corner. Now Shay Hoxton said Battle Scars 5 is gonna be a true battle of the baddies. Anything dirty you could do, Xander Sled, I can do better. We can attack each other. We can low blow each other. We can use the ropes. We can rake each other's eyes, go for low blow. It doesn't matter. At the end of the night, I'm going to come out on top. Big boot right there. Oh, then hang on a second. It seems like Shay Hoxton has come to deliver his receiver what Xander Slate did last week, but where is the gambling? Oh, hang on a minute. Hoxton's in the ring. Hoxton's in the ring. Xander Slate doesn't know it. And the gambling man, 21 to Slate. Hightailing it out of there before referee Tyson knows what's going on. 1, 2. Oh, Slate gets out of it. But what a cheap shot by Shay Hoxton, man, just as I was saying it. Shay Hoxton out dirtying the dirtiest of the dirts right there. A taste of his own medicine, and now Xander Slate got to try to find a way to shake off the damage done and refocus on Bloody Justice. Hoxton, as quickly as he appeared, just disappeared again. Face first off that top turnbuckle, Bloody Justice, who has his own history with Shay Hoxton. I'm sure a bit surprised at that assist, but it wasn't for Bloody Justice. It was for Xander Slate. Knee down across the lower back, shoots the half of that pin. Not even a 1 count. Surely be one of the biggest wins in Bloody Justice's career over a former 2-time world champion in the form of Xander Slate, the king of the ring. Russian leg sweep. And a kick to the chest, drops into a lateral press himself. Also unable to find it. Shay Hoxton probably watching from the back right now with a big old grin on his face. Xander Slate taking the arm, slamming it off the mat. Bloody Justice getting a kick to the top of the head. Clothesline. Down goes the OG Dirty Heel. Another pin attempt by Bloody Justice, but Xander Slate not going to be toppled so easy. Even with that 21 by Shay Hoxton. Corner guys still to come up next in our main event. It's going to be George King one-on-one with Bob Luger for the first time in over a year, as they both prepare to take on Chris Proudfoot at Battle Scars 5 for the International Championship and Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship respectively. This is the stomp, Xander Slate. Oh, another clothesline, and Xander kind of like jumped up into that. Was not pretty, and neither is that Enzu lariat. Taken by the arm and leg, dragged from the ropes. Bloody Justice now has a hold of Slate's arm. This match really hasn't been the same for Xander since Hoxton's interference It has been largely controlled by Bloody Justice. Hands on his hips, looks around. The undead one now goes to the pin. I think wasted a bit too much time there. Yep. Levi Marta watching somewhere from a dark, dank cellar, I'm sure. But it might be night-night time for Xander Slate. Bloody Justice reeling him in. Sister's Joy! Sister's Joy! Can Bloody Justice do it? Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Ah, Xander Slate. Not making it easy for the underdog. Back body drop by Slate. Now taking Bloody Justice by his mask, staring him in those demented eyes. Back body. Oh no! Launching him into the air, and Slate's like, yeah, bitch, I got you. Anytime, anywhere, you're going to be done for. To the back of the head, one after the other. Wrapping his big, meaty claw around Bloody Justice's throat, and you can see the frustration towards Shay Hoxton seeping out of him right now. He's taking it out on Bloody Justice. Another big toss. Xander Slate is playing with Bloody Justice at this point. On all fours, Justice fights to his feet, but Slate's ready for him, going for the clean slate form smash instead. Bloody Justice saying you should have not played, buddy. Taking Slate down flush. 1, 2. Oh, but man, how in the hell? Justice backing in the corner. What is he doing? Bloody Justice from the corner. Hang on a minute. Xander Slate turning around. He has no idea what's coming. Or maybe he does. Slate is awesome. The show. Just like that. Holding Bloody Justice up. Showing him this crowd. The fans saying they're fickle. Bloody Justice doesn't believe that though. Discus knee strike. Catching Slate right on the chin. Ropes, he's dropped, slingshotted back towards the center of the ring. Justice looking around at this crowd who are all on their feet. Always behind Bloody Justice. Taking the arm, snapping it into place. Should I say out of place? Xander Slate gonna do the same. Snapmare Xander. All that weight behind the Kenka kick. And that'll do it. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Bloody Justice, though. And remaining resilient, putting his heart into it. Xander Slate says, that's okay. I got something else for you. Clean slate. 1, 2, 3. Xander Slate victorious. Despite the interference by Shay Hoxton, Slate coming out on top. Another valiant effort by Bloody Justice, but yet another loss. Can Bloody Justice win the big one at Battle Scars 5, and who will prevail in the Battle of the Dirts? Shay Hoxton versus Xander Slate. Well, now my fine feathered friends, it is time for our main event. here on the last episode of Supremacy this season. As things cap off over the weekend, Sunday we've got Departure 2, and on Monday, Battle Scars 5. Excuse me, got a little tickle in my throat there. Where both of these men will stand across the ring from Chris Proudfoot, but in individual matches, Bob Luger will challenge Chris Proudfoot for his international championship at the start of the show, while things will cap off in the main event between George King and Proudfoot for the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship and the first ever Thy Kingdom Come match. But one thing's certain, Chris Proudfoot can either end the season showered in gold or with nothing at all if both of these men have their way. But first, they've got some leftover tension between each other they want to settle. Last time they were in the ring together, for a match, I should say, over a year ago, on Unmatched, where Bob Luger defeated George King. Both of these men confident that they have Proudfoot's number. But George King is confident he's a much different man from the last time these two faced off. Former undisputed world heavyweight champion, the man who lost his title in the main event, was sent in 7-2 PJ Moon before Moon was immediately cashed in on by Proudfoot. They have a common enemy, but George King wasn't there to help Bob Luger last week when God's chosen were beating him down in the ring. And then the Kingdom had their turn. George King left Bob Luger lying in a puddle of his own blood. George King said Chris Proudfoot believes in a false God because in CMV there's only one God. And that's him, and CMV is his kingdom. Bob Luger, Proudfoot, everybody else, nothing but peasants. But Luger doesn't believe that. The man who never lost his international championship to begin with earlier this season, forced to relinquish it because of an injury. We thought his career was over. We thought he was going to retire for good, but no. Bob Luger busted his ass in that gym. He worked and he worked and he worked to make it back. Out of Sentence 7, he put down Xander Slate to heal those own wounds, and now he's focusing on rebuilding that legacy, and it starts at Battle Scars 5. Here we go, George King, Bob Luger setting their sights on each other. For Chris Proudfoot is the man in the crosshairs at Battle Scars 5. Collar double tie-up. Bob Luger takes a hold of the arm. Now goes behind for a hammerlock. Got it in tight, pushing George King forward. Getting the better of him in that exchange. Nice takedown. Both these men very similar when it comes to their in-ring abilities. Immensely strong. I'd say that George King is the more merciless, but when Bob Luger wants to be, man, he can get pretty ugly. Bob Luger definitely has an advantage in terms of technical skill, but then George King might have him beat when it comes to throwing hands, although that knife edge chop exchange wasn't pretty. Irish whip into the corner. George King using all that weight, squashing Luger in the corner with a clothesline. A clothesline of his own. Misses that soccer ball kick as George King steps out of the way. Oh, and taking Luger down with a zigzag. Body scissors. Squeezing at the midsection of Bob Luger. It might not look like it, but trust me, that is an excruciating hold, and it makes it hard to breathe. George King not letting up, but finally releases the hold, and just like that, Luger gets off a kick. That's all he needs, opening up the opportunity. Slamming King down face first into the mat. Misses a stomp there, makes up for it on the shoulder. Early pin. I don't think Luger's expecting this to be it. Trying to force George King to exert some energy early on. Taking that shot to the back like a champ. Ran right into that rolling neck breaker though. And you know both these guys want to try and screw each other over. Heading into Battle Scars 5, George King would love nothing more, I'm sure, than to deliver so. Did you hear that slap? What the hell was that? Well, Bob Luger off the top rope went for a rolling kick and did not get all of it. May have even injured himself in the process. But it looks like he's okay. Maybe taunting Chris Proudfoot a bit as he drops down onto his knees. Work ethic titan. Looking for a Coney Island Cyclone, but George King able to get out of the way of it. Stomps the quad, and just like that, 110th Street Slam. And George King, knowing who he's in the ring with, not going to go for the pin, going to make sure the job is done. Royal flush inbound. Bob Luger with a kick to the gut, though. Goes for another Coney Island Cyclone. Reverse the second time by George King. These two know each other too well, even though it's been over a year since the last time they faced off. It seems as though they've still got each other well scouted. Does George King. Bob Luger's ready. Waiting with an elbow. Right to the gut. Irish whip. Hold back into a drop toe hold. King getting his face smacked. Right off that CMV logo. Double boots to the chest. Bob Luger, you'd think would know better than that. Talking smack mid-match, giving George King a chance to recuperate. Walking him across the ring into the corner. Bob Luger stops him dead in his tracks with 3 elbows, point blank to the ribs. Overhand punch misses on the first time, second time countered by George King. Goes for a spinning soul kick. You know, recently George King has really been upping his game in terms of a more athletic base arsenal. We've seen him pull off some Hurricane Ranas these last couple of months, and Bob Luger gotta be careful there. I feel like a bit of Bob Luger's old self is kind of shining through in this match. He's taunting George King. He nearly just got disqualified. A 4 count by referee Tyson with that illegal choke. George King can really bring that out of you, though. He's not an easy guy. George King will make any man want to rip his head off. King, though, again has his finger on the trigger, and Bob Luger not going to have much luck this time, or maybe he will. Coney Island Cyclone, or should I say the Royal Flush. And there's a Luger landing. Just like that, Luger hooks the leg. 1, 2. But King, much to Luger's surprise, shock and awe. What the hell, Bob Luger? He says, you going down. Another Luger landing. Quickly floats over, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and Bob Luger has just beaten George King again. A year and a half later, he is still the better man. And even though that had to feel real good for Bob Luger, it's what happens this Monday at Battle Scars 5 that truly matters. Can Bob Luger reclaim the title he never lost and put down Chris Prophet, can George King rebound from what happened at Ascendance and reclaim his undisputed World Heavyweight Championship and walk into next season with CMV still his kingdom? We'll have to wait and see, but for now, Bob Luger celebrating a hard-fought victory, but this is just the beginning. Well, guys, as always, thank you for tuning in and watching along with me. I hope that you enjoyed the show. This was the final episode of Supremacy this season as we wrap everything up over the weekend. Sunday going to be Departure 2, and Monday the last stream of the season, Battle Scars 5, as we prepare for 2K20. Very excited. So much in store that I can't wait to share with you. Before we sign off here, why don't we see what the game would book for Battle Scars. I'm always curious to see what the AI puts on the pay-per-view. Sometimes it actually gets it right. Okay, Internet Championship match, interesting. Levi Marta versus Belay. It got Slate versus Hoxham. I think that's because they're actually in a rivalry in-game, so I don't know if that's so fair. Okay, got that right. That's an interesting match. That's a match that happened actually earlier this season. And Peter Thompson apparently challenging for the world title. So, guys, thank you again for tuning in, and I will see you, hopefully, this Sunday and Monday for the final streams of the season. Until then, have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you when I see you.